Most men are sleepwalking through life, trapped by comfort, guided by fear, living not by their own values but by the expectations of others. But what if you could become more? What if you could transcend the herd? Friedrich Nietzsche had a word for that kind of man. The Übermensch, the Overman. A man who rises above mediocrity and creates his own destiny. In this video, we'll explore what the Overman truly is and how you can begin becoming him. Friedrich Nietzsche was one of the most radical thinkers in modern philosophy. In his book, Thus Spoke Zarathustra, he introduced a powerful idea. The Übermensch, or Overman. The Overman is not a superhuman in the physical sense. He's a man who transcends the limitations of conventional morality, society, and weakness. He doesn't follow rules blindly. He doesn't look to the crowd for validation. He creates his own values and lives by them. Nietzsche believed that most people were stuck in what he called herd morality. They chase comfort. They obey out of fear. They follow dogma instead of discovering truth. The Overman is the opposite of that. He is bold, free, self-determined. He doesn't seek meaning, he creates it. He is life-affirming. He embraces struggle, suffering, even chaos, because he knows that's where growth lives. To Nietzsche, the Overman is the next evolution of man. A man who isn't enslaved by guilt, resentment, or religion. A man who becomes a creator of himself. To understand the Overman, we must first understand Nietzsche's famous phrase, "God is dead." He wasn't celebrating atheism. He was warning the world. He saw that modern society had begun to abandon religion. But without God, people had no foundation, no objective morality, no higher purpose. Without a compass, people fall into nihilism. The belief that life has no meaning. Nietzsche feared this, but he also saw an opportunity. If there is no external authority, no divine command, then it is up to you to create meaning. The Overman is Nietzsche's answer to nihilism. He is the man who responds to the void, not with despair, but with creation. He doesn't crumble under the weight of meaninglessness. He uses it as fuel to define his own code, his own purpose, his own truth. At the core of the Overman is what Nietzsche called the will to power. This isn't about power over others. It's about power over yourself. The will to grow, to overcome, to become more than you were yesterday. The will to power is the internal force that drives you to create, to improve, to dominate weakness within. It's the fire that says, "I will not be a victim. I will rise. I will transform pain into progress." The Overman doesn't seek safety. He doesn't chase approval. He seeks challenge. He seeks to push the boundaries of what he's capable of. And when life strikes him down, he doesn't curse fate. He says yes to it. That's what Nietzsche called Amor Fati, the love of fate. The Overman doesn't just endure hardship. He embraces it as necessary. So what does it take to become the Overman? This isn't about instant results or surface-level motivation. It's a lifelong process of becoming. Here's how to begin. 1. Reject herd thinking. Stop living for the crowd. Stop caring what people think. Most men are stuck in the fear of judgment. The Overman stands alone because he trusts his inner voice. 2. Create your own values. Don't just adopt beliefs because society or religion told you to. Ask yourself, what do I believe? Why? Then, build your principles from the ground up. 3. Transform suffering into strength. Pain is your ally. Nietzsche believed that suffering was not only inevitable, it was necessary. Use your trauma, your failures, your heartbreaks as fuel. That's the path to greatness. 4. Exercise the will to power. Take full ownership. Your actions, your choices, your future. No one is coming to save you, and that's good, because it means you have the power to shape your destiny. 5. Affirm life, even the dark parts. The Overman doesn't wish the world were easier. He becomes stronger to meet it as it is. Amor Fati, love your fate. Love the battle. That's where meaning is born. Nietzsche said, "You must be ready to burn yourself in your own flame." How could you rise anew if you have not first become ashes? The path to the Overman isn't clean. It's not a smooth staircase upward. It's brutal, violent, destructive. Before you can become the man you're meant to be, you must kill the man you were told to be. Destroy the false values handed to you, the approval-seeking, the people-pleasing, the excuses. Destroy the weakness in you that waits to be saved. Destroy the voice that says, "I'll start tomorrow." Only in destruction can there be true creation. Just as fire clears the forest for new growth, you must burn away what is no longer worthy of your future. The Overman is born from this fire. He is not built in comfort. He is built in rebellion. Rebellion against mediocrity. Rebellion against his former self. What makes the Overman so rare? It's not his strength or his intelligence. It's his sovereignty. He answers to no one but the man in the mirror. Most men are guided by borrowed maps. They chase what their parents told them was success. They live by rules their culture taught them without question. They fear disappointing others more than they fear wasting their lives. But the Overman writes his own map. He doesn't need permission to think. He doesn't need validation to act. He creates a path so powerful that others want to follow. But he doesn't care if they do. To become this man, you must become your own compass. You must consult your own values. And you must be willing to walk alone. True greatness is always born in solitude. Nietzsche wasn't the only one to wrestle with the idea of human potential. Other great minds echoed his pursuit of the highest self. Carl Jung believed in the idea of individuation, the process of becoming a whole and complete person by integrating your shadow. Your darkness isn't to be avoided. It must be faced and accepted. Only then can you become sovereign. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, taught that true power lies in ruling the self. He said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Even Nietzsche's own inspiration, Schopenhauer, believed that the will was the fundamental force of life. But unlike Schopenhauer, Nietzsche didn't say we should suppress the will. He said we must harness it. We must channel it into creation. These thinkers across time shared a truth, that greatness lies within, and that to reach it, a man must overcome the world and himself. Nietzsche wrote, "What does not kill me makes me stronger." But he didn't mean just physical survival. He meant that resistance is fuel for transformation. If you're willing to face it, the Übermensch is not achieved in a moment of glory. He's built in the small, painful decisions made every single day. Every time you say no to distraction, every time you train when you're tired, every time you speak truth when it's easier to stay silent, you are overcoming yourself. Because your greatest enemy isn't out there. It's not society. It's not failure. It's you, your lower self, your lazy self, your fearful self. That version of you must be met with war daily. This is what Nietzsche meant by become who you are. He wasn't telling you to find yourself. He was telling you to forge yourself. And that forging is done in the fire of routine, resistance, and relentless self-honesty. One of Nietzsche's most haunting ideas is the eternal return. He asked, what if every moment of your life had to be lived again and again for all eternity? Would you curse your choices? Or would you live in such a way that you'd say, yes, let it return. Let me live this life 1,000 times over. The Übermensch lives as if each action echoes forever. He makes decisions he can be proud of for eternity. He doesn't chase pleasure. He chases meaning. He chases mastery. The eternal return is not a literal doctrine. It's a challenge. Live so deliberately with such intensity and purpose that you could live your life on repeat and never regret it. That's the mindset of the Overman. He doesn't exist in reaction. He exists in creation. Becoming the Overman is not about being perfect. It's about becoming whole, about rejecting victimhood and rising above circumstance, about forging yourself in fire so that no man, no system, no setback can shake you. In a world full of followers, be a creator. In a culture full of soft men, be forged by struggle. In a time of confusion and chaos, be the man who shapes order from the storm. Nietzsche didn't write the Overman as a fantasy. He wrote it as a challenge. And the challenge is this. Will you live by borrowed beliefs? Or will you build your own code? Will you hide from hardship? Or will you face it head on and emerge transformed? Because the Overman isn't found, he is made. This is the gentleman mindset. Strength, wisdom, power. Subscribe for more philosophy, masculinity, and becoming the man you were born to be.